What's up, guys? It's Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 832,338, man. Man, we got less than 8,000 blocks to go to the halving, 7,000 something blocks to go to the halving. Crazy. Bitcoin remained the same today, 57,000. I'm sitting outside of South Point Casino. It's on the outskirts of Las Vegas. It's not on the strip. It's a real nice casino. I like it, man. A lot of things to do in here. And I'm meeting a couple of friends. And I got a pocket, not pocket full, but I got a pocket with some greenbacks in it. And when you're a Bitcoiner, it makes you really, really think about what you can buy instead of other things, you know, with these dying dollars. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and I swear every time I go, the prices are quote unquote going up. We're just losing more and more value with our US dollars, but it doesn't bother me because I'm inflation proof now, and so are you guys with your Bitcoin. You know, you really are. And you know, we're getting ready to get close to a all-time high of 69,000, but with the purchasing power, it's not going to be 69,000. It's like 79,000. I saw that in a video today. By the way, I want you guys to subscribe and go ahead and go over to Fractal Bitcoin's channel. I got that from him today. Man, I really like his channel, man. He gives a lot of information. He makes between like a 9 and 18-minute video, and he's just sitting there, and he's got the screen behind him. You can tell he's a new Bitcoiner, but he has a lot of good information. So I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, I want to direct you to Grant Cardone's brother, Gary Cardone. He's a big Bitcoiner too. He's Grant's twin brother. He's not like Grant. I like Gary. Gary's not like Grant. I'm not saying Grant's a bad guy, you know, but I like Gary, and Gary talks very fundamentally and simply. But he's a big proponent of Bitcoin. But what he says, he just gives me like all these jewels to think about. He did a live this morning. I was watching. Guys, I didn't sleep last night. I didn't go to bed until 9:30 this morning and slept till like 12:30 or 1 or something like that. I got a couple hours of sleep because I just had so much on my mind, man. There's so many things. I watched a documentary last night about the Revolutionary War and everything else, and everything that's going on in this country today, and Bitcoin and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to get political with you guys. I spent a lot of time with my grandson, and when he leaves, what I'm thinking about doing is making a dual a Rumble channel strictly for other things outside of like Bitcoin and stuff, like about, you know, talking about being a patriot of the country and being a constitutionalist and talking about politics and stuff like that. Because I know you guys don't like that on this channel, but I got to remind you guys, man, when I watch these things, you know, things about the Civil War, but in particular the Revolutionary War, man, these guys, it wasn't just about the military, it was just about everybody. Because there was a civil war going on between us in the 13 colonies back then, because a lot of people were loyalists to the regime, to King George, and they had the biggest military, biggest navy back then, and a lot of people were like, hey, who cares if they're charging us a little extra, you know, they're giving us protection and we shouldn't go against them. So we had not only to fight among each other, but then we had to fight the big machine in Great Britain, and we won. And you know, the odds of that is crazy. And these people the Americans didn't hate the opposition. They just loved their freedom and loved God. And, you know, they were willing to die for it, man. And that, along with, you know, the Civil War, and then the World War I and World War II, and these ain't documentaries, man. These are real people dying for us, you know, and all the stuff that we have now in America, you know, the things that we have that we take for granted, these people literally died for. It's just sad to see what's going on right now. As much as I love Bitcoin, I love my country, man. I just love my country. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm making a point. I'm trying to make a point, is that I want you guys to appreciate and understand what you have and where you live in this country. and just recognize what's going on here, man. If you guys haven't watched the CPAC conference they had this weekend, boy, you talking about some patriots. Now, normally people think, oh, it's just Republicans. It's not just Republicans. It's disenfranchised Democrats. It's libertarians, independents. It's constitutionalists, patriots, people that love God and love this country, man. You know, and this Democratic Party right now in Congress is captured by the people, the globalists. And let me tell you something. There was a lot of great speeches, but one of them that really touched me was Bukele, the president of El Salvador. You talking about a man? He sounds like a Spanish version of George Washington. He's like one of the founding fathers, man, alive today, that completely changed this country around, and he has the ideals. And long story short, just type in his name and watch his speech, man. You talking about, boy, if we had a president like that, I'll just tell you. That's why I like Vivek Ramaswamy. He reminds me of him, and of course Donald Trump and stuff like that. So, but a lot of the problems that we do have today is because of a broken money. And Fractal, the guy from Fractal Bitcoin, was talking about that we can fix a lot of things if we fix the money. A lot of stuff is broken because we have a broken money since 1971 when we got taken off the gold standard. And, you know, I know a lot of people blame Richard Nixon for that. Richard Nixon wasn't this bad president, and I know about the Watergate situation and stuff, but study Richard Nixon. He's not the guy that the machine wants you to think he is. Trust me on that. And, don't trust me, verify, excuse me. And I had a few people this week tell me, particularly one of my friends today told me, like, you know, they admire like how smart I am and all the stuff that I know and stuff. It's funny because I grew up with kind of like a learning disability. I was always the stupidest person in my class. I was a class clown. I never was good at school. I was always a D as in dog student. But, and I was blind to a lot of things. But 2020, I was waking up a little before that. But once I pulled back the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz in 2020, when all this stuff was going on, I was just like, wow. And I just started deep diving in so much stuff. And I always knew I loved my country. You know, I used to be a Democrat, but I was never woke. But I'm awake now. And I know you guys are too. And when I seen people's reactions to things that they were doing to us, taking our freedoms and everything else, and finding out about the globalists and things that people are doing, and then finding out what precious metals was really the money in the Constitution and the fiat currency was being printed, and then I learned about Bitcoin. I just say, wow, man. Wow. So in 2024, I think this year is so important two ways for our country. Of course, our country is just, if we don't take our country back, man, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad either way. If Donald Trump wins, it's going to be bad, but I'll get into that in another video. But we got to first and foremost fight for our freedoms in this country. Not literally fight YouTube. I'm just talking about standing up and not being silent. And the second thing is Bitcoin adoption. If we can wake people up to the lies of the mainstream media and show people about the monetary system and everybody being lied to, we will have a lot less problems, man, if people knew what was going on. So I'm gonna head on in here, guys, to meet up with some friends. I just wanted to reflect with you guys a little bit. And I just wanted to say I really appreciate you guys being here. And I'm not no smart guy, man. I'm not above anybody. I'm just a guy with a phone in my hand that learned some stuff and tried to wake up in 2020. And I've dedicated my entire 2024 to this. Man, if you can't get out here and try to help people and try to change people's lives, like, what are you doing, man? You got so much information. That's why it's hard for me to kind of respect. I respect them, but just like get into the precious metals channels that they're hiding their faces and this, that, and the third. You don't have to hide your face, man. You guys are brave guys. You guys are smart guys, and we don't have to hide for nothing, man. We got to stand up to all this stuff. We just do. And I wish I could fast forward to December 31st and ask my future self what happened. You know what I mean? But again, man, keep your head on a swivel. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And make sure that you save your energy, because you work your butts off for your money. And you guys already know what I'm going to say, and you can say it with me. If you want to save your money and save that hard working or hard energy that you work your butt off for, man, for your family and your future, to me, the best way to save, and for me, the only way to save, and that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.